Welcome, everybody, to Cinema Royale. I am Travis Hopson of PunchdrunkCritics.com, and on this episode, we are talking The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad. I love those movies. Talking with my homie Chris Bumbray of JillBo.com. What's up, Chris?
Oh man, I so it's here's an interesting story. So I went to see this on Monday night, same time you saw it. I guess it's
Yep,
Scotia,
same day.
and
Yep.
I went with one of my best friends here in Montreal, and him and I were sitting together, and we realized that we had actually seen Naked Gun 33 and a third together in theaters. And then I was, like, and then it was, and then he was like, "Oh man, when was that?" I'm like, "Dude, 31 years ago." Before anyone, when OJ was just the nice guy in the Naked Gun movies that we all thought was hilarious.
Good old Norbert, man.
Yeah, Norbert, Lord Norbert.
Now he's getting made fun of in the fourth.
And that's a great joke. But I love the old Naked Gun movies. He's actually really funny in the Naked Gun movies,
He's
though.
super funny in the Naked Gun movies. He's really funny.
Like at
Those,
the beginning
those
of the
movies are
first
funny.
one.
33 and the third is not very good, but
No, it's not.
it's not unwatchable or anything like that.
It has its moments. There's a great part too in 33 and a third when he goes into prison and he wants to start the riot and he goes, "What is this slop? And this Chateau Latour? It's supposed to be served slightly chilled. This is room temperature."
Yeah, so those joints are really good. I know you and I both have a fondness for the Naked Gun movies.
Yeah,
I
big
think you
time.
and I both have a fondness for the David Zucker movies in general. I mean, you know,
I mean,
you know, Top
we share a love of Top Secret.
right? You know, Top Secret's my all-time favorite movie, but I love all these films. Kentucky Fried Movie, I even like, and stuff like that. And
Surfer.
so for me, it was, and I think you were probably a little bit had a little bit of trepidation about a reboot of the Naked Gun, just like I did.
A
I
lot of trepidation. I
don't
did
want them
not
to
think
get it
this was going to
wrong
be good.
because yeah, because I mean, look, they just don't make movies like this anymore. So it's like, who's gonna bring it back and get the tone right? Like if you don't get the
I was trying to think what was the last like laugh a minute movie like that did it that way, like the stupid comedy type thing. There have been good comedy since, but the last one that did something like this, I think that pulled it off for me is probably like Hot Shots Part Deux, maybe.
yeah, I mean, I would actually put Pop Star Never Stop Stop Never Stops Never Stopping.
Well, I watched it again, and I think that movie's hilarious, but I don't think it's like, well, would you say it's like that though? Like
I
it's
think it's in the
more
same category, but it's just on a subject matter because it's framed as like a documentary, like a biopic sort of.
actually
It feels different than this, but I think in
that
terms of
movie.
like in
Yeah.
terms of like I mean, the juvenile sense of humor, the visual gags, like that kind of movie, and like this kind of movie, and like the original Naked Gun movies, like if you watch them today, say you'd watched them 10 times, you would still maybe find something new that you hadn't seen
Yeah.
before. I can still do that when I watch Pop Star. Like I can still do that. I can watch it.
Yeah, I rewatched Pop Star last night actually because I got in the mood to watch it, and yeah, that's also still a very funny movie.
So Akiva
Uh,
Schaffer was the right guy to get to direct this one because
he
he
was
gets
ideal.
his
He was
tone.
ideal.
Yeah.
It's funny. Naked Gun two and a half is one that I find like I always find like jokes in it that I didn't get. Like, all right, you fine. I haven't had this much sex since I was a Boy Scout leader.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I was dating a lot at the time. The thing that's great about that movie is my buddy who I saw with the, and I said in my video about it, was that Naked Gun two and a half, they're trying to keep the professor from making his speech, the bad guys, right? And they do this whole thing, they get him doubled, whatever. Frank Drebin saves the day. He delivers his speech. It was all for nothing because everybody falls asleep during the speech because it's so boring anyway. So it would have made no difference if they had never replaced him.
Oh man! So this Naked Gun stars Liam Neeson. Yeah, I think a lot of people were like, not realizing that he could be as funny as he is in this movie. And of course, he's been
He is.
funny in the past, but it's not like he's not the first person you think of to play a Leslie Nielsen style moron. You
But
know,
that's what makes it brilliant, though, because the thing is, Leslie Nielsen was a very serious actor before he did Airplane, and that was he was known for being humorless. That was the great thing about it.
Yep.
Had never done anything with any sense of levity, and that's the great thing about it. Like,
Liam Neeson's Taken background informs this character so much.
Oh my God. And it's well, and the thing is he never plays it like he's in a comedy, and that's what makes it great. You
Yeah,
know, it's he's and the same thing with Pamela Anderson, the same thing with Danny Houston, is that they play it like they're in a real like a Liam Neeson action movie,
yeah.
you know, but there's just this stupid shit that's happening and they're in these ridiculous situations. They're saying this insane dialogue. I mean, I think casting Danny Houston was a stroke of genius because he plays the villain in movies like this all the
Always the
time.
villain. He's always a bad guy. He's great as a bad guy. He's always a bad guy.
If you were doing the straight version of this movie, he would be the villain. You know, that's the thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Kevin Durant would be his moronic.
Yes, that's why it's so brilliant. Yeah, Kevin Durant would be the henchman. Like and then Nielsen, oh my God, he's so funny in this. Like it's just his deadpan. I'll have a sparkling water, and then they come with the sparkler. Like it's just that's those are the Naked Gun jokes though, and it's just so. What did you think of the joke though with Cody Rhodes? What did you think of that one?
I thought it was pretty funny. It was good seeing him.
Yeah.
I knew he was in it, but it's just like, yeah, it was really cool seeing him.
That joke though, he's like, I guess you shot him in the back. That could be any thousands of men. He was unarmed. That could be hundreds. He was white. Oh, Tony.
Oh, yeah. I will say that got one of the biggest laughs at the
Yeah,
screening I
me
attended.
too. Me
That
too.
got a huge laugh. That and the whole
The snow,
snowman
the
sequence.
snowman thing,
Snowman
people in
sequence
my
was
theater, and I was one of
incredible.
them. You couldn't even hear what was happening in the scene because people were laughing so much.
It's incredible. It's this movie's 85 minutes, which already makes it movie of the year in my opinion. But it's
Yeah.
85 minutes, and it gets so many laughs in 85 minutes. I had my only beef with it was that I wasn't such a fan of like some of the comedic violence, which I thought was kind of stupid. You know, that didn't really work for me. Like when he was like sliding underneath all the people at the towards the end, like the finale scene, like the final fight. He's kind of like sliding underneath them and hitting them in the groin. Like
Well,
that
that
wasn't
yeah,
really
that was. I mean, that's like a
that wasn't
classic.
working for me. And like there's other stuff like that, and I was just kind of like,
The owl didn't work for me. Like to me, and I
yeah,
and I
that was
didn't and I
stupid.
didn't
Yeah.
And I didn't like him dressed as the little girl at the beginning because it's like, well, now you're breaking the rules of like the movie. Like it's not in the real world anymore. Like for me, the jokes that I found really funny were like the joke with Cody Rhodes. And I found CCH Pounder really funny in the movie and her husband
Again,
just being asleep all the time.
playing straight the hard ass police captain or police chief type
Well, and
character.
just her husband being asleep the entire
Asleep the whole time. Being dragged around everywhere.
being asleep, but he's got the thing on. But those are the kind of jokes that I really like, you know, or you know,
The recurring
the
gag.
coffee was great, and then Danny
Funny
Houston
recurring
was
gag.
like, I have the finest, only the finest in entertainment.
No, they
And he's
really
like
did get it
Elon
right. I
Musk.
was surprised, and I was surprised by how much I like Pamela Anderson, but she really does a good job as Beth, the love interest in this movie. You know, and she fits in the Lisa Marie Presley. Or was it Priscilla Presley? I always get them mixed up.
Priscilla Presley, who's
Priscilla
in it,
Presley. The
actually.
Priscilla Presley. She fits the mold of that type of character for this movie perfectly.
She's very funny in it, and her chemistry with Neeson is really good.
Somebody told me a rumor that they're dating now.
Yeah, yeah, apparently they are. They went on vacation together with their kids and stuff. I mean, I like it. It's nice. They make a great couple. Like it's their chemistry was great in the movie. Did you stay for the end credits though for his song?
Yeah. I mean, I would never have. You couldn't tell me in her Baywatch days you have ever imagined she'd be dating Liam Neeson. That's a turn.
Dude, he's the man though.
Apparently, apparently. No, this movie is really funny, funny,
You know
man.
what's also strange too, and I was thinking about it for Liam Neeson movies, Naked Gun has more action in it than like anything he's done probably since like Taken 2, which is ironic, isn't it? Like it really does. Like he probably has more fight scenes in this movie than anything he's done in the last 15 years.
Yeah, it's because his action roles have gotten kind of like Bruce
Yeah.
Willis-esque, like towards the end of Bruce Willis's run, and it kind of got
And I
like,
sit in this one, the whole movie. Yeah, yeah, the sitting movie.
yeah. So, what do you think? Do you think they do another one?
I mean, I hope it makes money. Like I think the
Seems like
preview
it's tracking pretty well to make about
the preview
15.
night was soft. It looks like it's going to make about 15 million for the weekend, which is like so. It's just like it's weird because people don't go see these movies in theaters. Like they wait for streaming. Like it'll be a huge hit on Paramount Plus. But for me, the thing is, it was great seeing it in a theater because I missed seeing a really funny movie in theaters where people were laughing so hard and you were all joining in on it. You,
I was on just so I was just in my spot for Channel 7 and I was remarking that this was a great weekend for like theatrical communal experiences like this movie Together, which I think is
yeah,
another one that really demands to be seen like at 11:30 at night with your
yeah,
friends or something like that. And even the bad guys too, to some extent, is best seen with a crowd of people who love the first movie. So it's
yeah.
like if you want to go see a movie in a theater with a bunch of people and you're into that sort of thing, this is a good weekend for it.
I
Uh,
really want it to do well, and it's just
yeah,
and Akiva Schaffer, he makes such funny movies, but they never seem to connect theatrically. Like Hot Rod is really funny too. And Popstar and Never Stop, Never Stopping is great. Why would these? They always become cult comedies.
yeah. Even Chippendale Rescue Rangers is fucking hilarious.
Like
It's
that movie is way better than it ever should have been.
I
Yeah,
watched that shit just because I heard too many people saying you have to watch it. It's so goddamn funny, and
yeah,
I think it was the funniest movie of that year personally, and I
yeah.
laughed so much.
He is a great like comedy director, and this movie is like if you like The Lonely Island, this is like it's that kind of humor, but mixed with very lovingly like homage to the originals,
I
and
kept waiting for the Andy Samberg like cameo, and that never happened.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
no I'm surprised too. Yeah, it was,
I was
but like
waiting
the
for it.
casting is so good. Danny Houston, such a good choice to play that role too, and Paul Walter Hauser
Paul
with the
Walter
beard.
Hauser as
And just like
as
filling it up, and it's like that was like that's a joke though that's exactly the kind of joke that you would have seen George Kennedy doing in the original movie though, like running the beer stand and just handing them out and then the kids showing up, like that's these were really like kind of classic Naked Gun jokes.
yeah, they really fit into those roles perfectly. They got
Yeah,
the tone just right. I was happily surprised by how good the Naked Gun was. So I'm
yeah, I
highly
I laughed a lot during this movie.
I did too. I did too. So yeah, so let's hope for a sequel that Pamela Anderson returns for. And I'm sure if they do a sequel, there'll be another woman that they'll add to create a love triangle scenario for
Oh,
Liam Neeson or
they had
something.
like
You know how
Yasmin
these sequels work.
Yasmin Bleeth can be in it. That'd be good.
Yasmin Bleeth. That's a name I haven't heard in a minute. You know, I was
Yeah.
thinking of women of that era. Who was I thinking?
Tiffany Amber Thiessen or Vanessa Angel, one of those two.
I was thinking of Jamie Lunar the other day.
Oh man, they were all on the list. Denise Richards.
Denise Richards. Yep, yep.
Yeah. One of the it has to be like a woman of that era needs to be in there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Oh man, I miss those. I miss the. Well, those women are still alive. I shouldn't say I miss those ladies. They're still alive.
Yeah, and I mean Pamela Anderson looks terrific in it.
She's good
She's
in this. She looks really
gorgeous.
good. Yeah, she looks. But she looks. Like she could be with somebody like Liam Neeson. She looks good. They look good together. I'm still surprised to know that they're like an actual couple, but
Our ex Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, is apparently dating Katy Perry. So there you go.
for real,
Yeah, oh yeah, they were having dinner together and canoodling in Montreal, and he was at her concert. Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
man, she used to be super hot.
yeah, yeah,
I used to really like Katy Perry. Anyway.
yeah. Good for him.
Anyway. All right, man. Well, this has been The Naked Gun. Both Chris and I highly recommend it. Go see it in theaters this weekend. Go see three movies this weekend. If you're in the DC area, it's raining and shit. So just go see this. Go see Together. Go see The Bad Guys too. Go see a bunch of stuff this weekend. I might go see. I'm gonna go see Together again with a friend who's never
One
seen.
I'm most excited for now is Nobody Two. That's my
I
next.
know
My
you
next.
really like the first one. I didn't think that first one was that great, but
I thought it was amazing.
all right, whatever, man. It was basic as hell, but we'll see how the sequel. I think the sequel is like
Timo Tjahjanto is directing it.
I
So
know this one might be better. This one might be better. So
speaking of women from that era that were on the list, Sharon Stone.
she's like, I think she's like a notch ahead, like before them, maybe, right? Kind of.
She has the crossover from the 80s to the 90s, I think. Yeah, crossover period.
I
But
don't.
like think about it, like Pamela Anderson, like Peak Anderson was probably about like 95,
Okay, but
probably.
all those other women we mentioned are like like I think she was a bit like a little bit before them, but also a bit like on the classier side than them.
Yeah, yeah, of course. She was like real movies, whereas you can see Pamela Anderson in like Naked Ambition or Barbed Wire. I saw Barbed Wire in theaters on opening night. We got the unrated version in Canada, so it was great.
All right, so you and I are gonna have to get together again and talk Red Sonja soon.
Oh wow, I haven't seen it, but I interviewed the whole cast at Comic Con last week.
Okay, well, I watched it last week. I have a screener, so I already watched it.
Sure, I'm sure it was amazing.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just gonna say we talk Red Sonja. We're gonna talk Red Sonja. I'm a fan of Matilda Lutz. I would
Oh
just.
yeah, she was great. Wonderful interview. So
I'm hoping I get the chance.
Wallace
I
Day.
talked to.
Oh my God, she was beautiful.
Oh, Matilda Lutz.
No, she was great too. But Wallace Day, the villain in the movie, oh, she
Oh
was.
yeah. Oh yeah. Wallace Day.
And then I did the long walk interviews. Talked to Mark Hamill, David Johnson, who was like super super cool.
I talked to him for Rye Lane. So
I told him that when I was that when I watched him in Alien Romulus, I couldn't believe it was the same guy as Rye Lane. That you had told me that afterwards, like, oh yeah, where do I know him from? Oh, Rye Lane. And I was like, that was the same guy. Like I thought his performance was great. Like he was chameleon-esque, and he seemed to really like that.
yeah, he's. I think he's a fantastic actor. I think
He is. He's a great actor.
he's going to become huge at some point. He's going to be in a movie that's going to like blow him up. So
Long Walk looks really good. I don't think it's going to be the movie that blows him up, but I think you're right. I think he's going to get cast in like something that's going to be huge. Like maybe he'll get cast in as the lead in like a Star Wars movie or something like that. Like that's the kind of thing I think he's going to end up in, and it's going to blow him up like massive.
yep, I totally agree, and I'm actually really eager to see the Long Walk also. So
Yeah, well, I saw the first 20 minutes and it was great. I really liked what I saw. Mark Hamill's awesome in it. David Johnson's very good in it. Again, so different than he was though in Rye Lane and Alien Romulus. Like he's very cocky in
I'm a
this
fan
one.
of
I'm not
Cooper
used to
Hoffman.
seeing him like
I'm a
that.
fan of Cooper Hoffman. So
Sorry?
I'm a fan of Cooper Hoffman.
Cooper Hoffman's great. Cooper Hoffman, though, you can tell he's like methody, like his dad a little bit. Like there
Oh
was a
yeah,
story about
oh
how
yeah.
he wouldn't meet Mark Hamill before doing it because they were enemies in the movie. Whereas like all the other guys were like, yeah, let's go hang out. David Johnson was like, hey, Mark Hamill, yeah, cool.
I just who did I speak to? Well, I talked to CM Punk and Rhea Ripley for the WWE show. That's
So
all.
did our guy Tyler. Yeah, he
Yeah.
lost his mind. I know. I saw you too.
Really?
Eh?
You did?
He loves them. He loves them. He was
I
so
mean,
excited.
CM Punk's in my top 10 of all time. So I
Yeah,
mean,
he was
but I
so
also knew I
excited
only
for
had
that.
5 minutes. So I
He
had
was so
5 minutes.
excited. He kept thinking the interviews weren't going to happen. He's like, no, this is too cool of an opportunity. They're not going to happen. I can't believe it. And he was like texting me afterwards. I know I saw you were doing that too. That was great. I'm glad you guys got to do that.
Oh yeah, I wore my CM Punk shirt and everything. So I was a
Nice.
total nerd. And I talked to Ella Balinska like a couple days ago.
Oh, love her.
Yeah, me too. Uh, she's
Is that right?
got a, yeah, she's all right.
Nothing wrong with her.
She's got like this sci-fi survival movie that's out.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No, no, I just saw it was advertised.
Yeah, yeah. So got to talk to her too. So it's good, a lot of good interviews lately. But all right, but we're out of here. We've already told you everything you need to know about the Naked Gun. Go see it this weekend. Have a ball. It's a lot of fun, and like I said, it's like 85 minutes, so you could easily squeeze in another movie. Or
And I sure missed an 85-minute movie too, though. That was great. It was so good. I can't believe this movie wasn't 2 hours long. I'm so happy it wasn't.
yeah, I was so happy when I saw that. I
I
was
would
like,
have ruined it though. If it had been too long, if it had been over 90 minutes, it would have ruined it.
a movie like this, you can't overstay its welcome, man. You got to do what you got to do, make people laugh, and send them home. Send them home laughing. That's what you got to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
All right, man.
exactly.
That's I'm Travis Hopson, the PunchDrunkCritics.com. You can find me there every day. You can find Cinema Royale anywhere you get your podcasts. That is Chris Bumbray. You can find him every day at JoeBlow.com. All right. Thanks, everybody. I will see you next time. Bye. Thanks for checking out the show. If you like what we're laying down, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive notifications for all of our latest stuff.